it's important for you to understand the client. And if it's not the right client, then fire the client.
There are times where we have been forced to cancel some orders because of hostile clients. Clients that are just out there to make our life difficult. Is there a way we can deal with them to maintain the working relationship, not to cancel the orders, but try to find a way of working with them? Because personally, I've cancelled I think 20 orders because of that, and it's hurting because the revenues were very great, so that is lost revenue.
Do you have a good understanding of why they're canceling the orders?
Okay, some of them are good enough to tell you why. Some of them are just hostile. They say, I don't like the work, and then they don't even tell you why they don't like it. They just say the whole work is bad, so they don't explain why. So, and then they just leave.
So I think you need to understand what's happening there. I think that you really got to get underneath I'm going to call it voice of the customer. I think you got to understand where the dissatisfaction is coming from. I genuinely do. I think it's very important. There might be something that you and or your team are doing that is unsatisfactory to the clients. So I think it's really, really important that you try to understand. And I think that if you reach out to them and you say, look, I'm not trying to win your business back, but I want to figure out how I can do better in the future. If you could just provide me your feedback, even in an email, I would genuinely appreciate it. If you reached out to your clients like that and you asked them for that feedback, you might be surprised at what you're going to learn. So get underneath what's happening there, because if this is more than one, then this is a repeating pattern. So you should really try to understand the client's point of view and what's happening there.
Just to put some context onto it, it's not like I've cancelled so many. Out of 200 and something orders, let me say 315, I've only cancelled 20.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that means maybe there's no problem on my side, maybe on the client side.
I mean, I think it's important for you to understand why they're canceling the orders. It's important for you to understand the client. And if it's not the right client, then fire the client. If the client can fire you, you can fire the client too, you know. You're just as empowered.
Okay.
No, I'm actually dead serious. So in the agency world, and even like in some of my big companies where I've worked, we have said, listen, if this is not the right customer for us, then we can fire the customer.
Let's say it's maybe sometimes we have no choice. We just have to let them go.
Let them go. Doesn't matter. Where are you spending your energy? Are you spending your energy on dealing with a toxic client? Or do you want to spend your energy on finding a new wonderful client? Where do you want your energy to go? Because you're a finite resource.
Okay, I usually try my best to retain the clients that I have as I look for new ones.
Yeah. I think that if you have clients that are toxic, get rid of them. They're wasting your energy. You could have 2 amazing clients with the amount of energy that you're wasting on a bad client, on a toxic client. Fire the client.
Okay.
Yeah, you get it, Collins.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, thank you.
And then we have this particular group of clients who don't like the work and they won't cancel. So they just want you to continue doing revisions. So you give a cancellation request and they reject. They tell you to complete the job, but they perpetually send revisions. So how do you deal with that?
I think you got to set limits, right? I think that you got to say, like, look, I will do X number of limits. If you're not happy then we can just go our separate ways. I think that's totally fine. Like I'm like, Collins, I know that you think that I'm brushing off your question. I'm genuinely not. I'm giving you honest to goodness advice. I think you need to empower yourself to say, like, to create the right boundaries for yourself and to say, when is it enough? When am I wasting my energy? And when should I just stop wasting that energy? Because I could take that energy that I'm wasting on this client and get 2 other incredible clients that are out there waiting. So I'm wanting to shift your mindset to empower you to have the boundaries and the respect for your work, so that if you do have a client who is toxic, that you get rid of them. And that's okay. Don't be afraid, because there are going to be 2 amazing clients waiting for you. But as long as your energy is being focused on these toxic clients, you can't spend your energy on gaining new amazing clients, on the clients that are right for you. So I'm not brushing off your question. I'm actually giving you very genuine advice.
Okay,
Don't be afraid to lose that. Like, let's say don't be afraid to lose that $100 in revenue, because there could be $500 in revenue waiting for you, but you can't even focus on finding that $500 in revenue, because your attention is focused on retaining that toxic $100 in revenue. And that's the opportunity cost to your business.